we're going to hop in this one and take a bit of a road trip and drive it until it stops. It says that we've got, well, just about 870 kilometers to go on the range. It's climbed all the way to 5 liters per 100. So here we go, it's the day of reckoning. We managed to make it all the way from Joburg to Port Shepstone on less than a tank. We've got about 1/8 of a tank remaining. Now that is going to leave us with about a range now of about 100 kilometers, which means we should be able to get almost all the way back to Durban. I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to run out of juice somewhere along the N2. And there we go, with 52 kilometers to go, 51 kilometers, the refuel light has come on. It hasn't quite screamed at us yet and asked us to refuel, but this is now a 1/16 of a tank that it's displaying on our bar graph there on this LCD display. And it's actually not moaning about it, it's just giving us the light saying, listen, you're low, time to refuel. So here we go, this is the last little stretch. This is the run. We are still on the N2 heading from Port Shepstone up towards Durban, and I want to say we're about halfway between the 2 points. So we're here by Elysium and Ifafa Beach. Let's see how far we can stretch it. And the next click over, we're down to about 16 kilometers here, and went from 20 down to 16 like at a rapid rate. And I think it's largely because we've been just climbing a hill for a while here. The bar graph for our fuel gauge, yeah, well, there's a tiny little yellow sliver there saying that, well, that's all you've got left for fuel. Still hasn't started screaming and shouting and saying, listen, urgent refuel or anything of the sorts. And it's a question that I've been asking myself. What's actually going to happen when a Prius runs out of fuel? And there we go, no more range whatsoever. So now we're just going on Pome's present promises, I guess. Real laundry services need new condor. Just saying. We just passed the South Coast Ultra City, which may have been a bad idea. 815 kilometers off a tank. 25 kilometers after reading 0 range. How is this car still going? What is it running on? Because it's not running on electricity alone. Toyota. 30 kilometers after 0 range. Got 832 kilometers on a tank. Averaging 4.7. Yeah, here we go. You're feeling the jerk as soon as it switches from electric to petrol, which you don't ordinarily feel. You're starting to feel that now. There's a little bit of a hiccup delay. Not expecting the petrol motor to last. And it's still going. 40 kilometers after reading 0 range. 842 kilometers on a tank. We're not supposed to be moving. But hey, here we are. Erroneously in the middle lane, but we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and the anticipation is killing us. We haven't got a clue what's going to happen, how this is going to go down. But we're almost at the N3 split. We've made it all the way to Durban. We shouldn't have made it to Durban, but somehow we have. How is this happening? How is it getting this right? And, well, that's the pavilion. We may actually even make it all the way to Pinetown. It's getting to the point now where I'm going to stop and throw fuel in because I'm just impatient. I can't wait I'm tired of waiting for this thing to die. While waiting for this thing to die, I could have read War and Peace. This has to go 60 kilometers after reading 0 range. We're now on 9390. Just cough, fart, splutter, something! Marion Hill Toll Plaza. I'm reaching into my wallet, but for the wrong thing. That's it, the petrol motor's dead. I've got nothing underfoot here. We're using a little bit of momentum from the downhill here. We're just going to run it here in the yellow line. Yeah, it's battery now. That's what happens. We've got a bit of an uphill. Let's see what happens. It's all battery now in the Toyota Prius. We're only supposed to get about 1 kilometer out of it on the battery. So when you run out of petrol, it switches over into full EV, and let's see how long this battery lasts. We're on full EV. We're managing to maintain 85 kilometers an hour on basically full EV mode. It's defaulted to that. And now the battery's crying. I've got nothing underfoot, you dude.
Hybrid system stop, steering power.
And that's it. It's come to a halt. No massive fanfare. We're on the N3. N32 10.4 north. We're actually right here by a marker. And hybrid system stopped, steering power low, and I guess that's us. 9,411 kilometers in total. That makes it 80 kilometers after it said 0. And we've done 883 kilometers on a tank, combined driving a lot of highway, which actually uses a lot of fuel. I'm pretty impressed. Well done, Toyota. That's it. This is where we've stopped. It's the end of the road for the Prius and myself. Little dangerous, little hazardous out here. Now we know how far it goes now. We just need to find a way home. So I guess this is it, hey?